Through the Rubaiyat I sense enchantment, essence distilled in the translator's scent. Recomposed from Khayyam's dust and spirit, potent elixirs escape interment. The light of Omar Khayyam shines again in this epic successor to the Fitz-Omar Rubaiyat, via Omar's quatrain conversations with his beloved female, the moon of his delight who knowest no wane, as they wander far from the noise of politics, wars, and mosques, in and about enchanting forests, on green-grassed riverbanks, through fabulous gardens, the Jinn mountains, whilst in between they haunt the taverns to engage in philosophical religious discussions. In Naishapur, Persia, rose gardens sing, then shed their blossoms at the end of spring. Likewise old Khayyam's earthly splendor flew, yet his bird of time still thrives on the wing. The fumes of ageless rhymes from ancient times waft from the Persian verse, as some chimes new are mixed with the spirit of the old, deftly rendered for Victorian climes. Across Khayyam's gravestone blows the simoom, carrying forth Omar's Persia fume. Redressed in the versifier's costume, it's remade into Victorian perfume. In his flowered bed, Omar reposes, resting in the earth in peace, one supposes. Yet beneath these words and themes on roses, in my quatrain poems, old Khayyam composes. Rubaiyat II is an illustrated epic poem, ideally to be read slowly and thus savored in the now of its present tense. It is a sequel, yes, but it is extended and thus more in-depth, expanding on themes that were just touched upon or implied in the Fitz-Omar Rubaiyat. Omar and his beloved finally appear after about 25 pages of Persian background descriptive quatrains. Later on, it takes them about 16 quatrains just to wake up. They ever speak in quatrains, and the ongoing conversations, sometimes with others, dominate the remainder of the work. They've returned to life via jinn, and science and philosophy have progressed over the years, yet still as ever first identified by Khayyam. This back-and-forth method of quatrain dialogue, along with the continuity from similar subject matter within a particular time of day, serves to energize the work by weaving a continuous story. Also, the topics versus their illustrations play off each other, this synergy spiraling into added resonance. There are 4 main sections in 6-hour periods of the day's 24, midnight to morning, morning to noon, noon to evening, and evening to midnight, these roughly corresponding to youth, young age, middle age, and old age, as well as to the seasons of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. There is much of Omar and his beloved enjoying the glorious nature of the wilderness, as well as ever-present romance, mystery, metaphysics, thinking, drinking, and adventure. The voices in the sky. Good and evil sprang from wrong and right, when from naught twin genii split day and night. Oh, fear not that black's might can vanquish white. Darkest night can't e'en quench the smallest light. I'm the darkest, boasts the shadow to the night. No, gloats midnight, compared to me you're bright. You floodlights, crows starless space, stop your fight. The darkest plight is the lack of love's delight. Reason moons to passion with logic cool. Quench thy inner fire lest it burn us, fool. Blazes Venus, I know what I feel, not why. 'Tis better you take heed of me, I rule. The ancient rulers. Solomon by ring commanded spirits, and in his globe saw enemy secrets, and the cause of all things, while on his horse, the east wind that quick transported his carpet. Jamshid reigned 700 years, wary. Karum, the rich goldmaker, lies buried with all his treasures near the pyramids. Kai Kaus's palace was built by demons varied. O idol whose cheeks reflect on the rose, the king of Babylon as much as you knows. He moves castles, pawns, knights, bishops, and queens, of you his glance and yours back through the rose. In that palace which Bahram took the cup, the fox whelped, and the lion took its sup. Bahram there brought death to the wild ass Gur. Now Bahram's been taken by the grave Gur. Scene script: Omar Khayyam and his beloved. Come light your lantern and mine with good cheer. We're magic lamps, our spirits dance in here. Our beginnings and ends are of nowhere, so let's radiate, since for now we're here. As once we were, our presence full beheld, spirit, body, heart, and mind, so in meld as more than the parts we became the whole, human beings living lives unparalleled. When nature with thy wills in harmony be just, though every breath oppresseth thee. Sit with the wise, for water, fire, and air, with earth too, form the base of thee and me. To this lost haunt with wine and love we fare, and pledge for drink, soul, heart, cup, raiment here, and quit of mercy's hope and fear of law. We are freed from earth, water, fire, and air. O Peri, jasmine of midnight's garden, we bask in our moon-glowed vapored haven, bathing in the orb's silver light again, here in our otherworldly forest glen. Omar, the moon's ring binds us dearly here, wherein from the strict world we disappear. They to wander hence whither whence we went, mind, selves, hearts, and souls bonded to endear. Colored stars pierce the veil of formless night, gemming heaven's gloried crown-jeweled might. In the depths of the deep we live, anon. We're all alone here to weather the plight. Earth couldn't be farther out in space, alone. In all directions it rolls along, unknown. Look to yon stars piercing the depths of time. They beckon, warm and welcome, the fires of home. Purgatories on Venus where sulfurs reign. Hell's found in the sun's heart, hot burning pain. Of heaven's sight no one has an idea, it's the world's best kept secret. Earth's its name, Earth's a garden, an oasis in space, a planet of boundless beauty and grace. One might search the heavens for such in vain, finding no equal any time or place. We are life's eternal creative smile, beaming as the universal epistyle. In us the cosmos has come alive, such we borrow life from death for a while. The four elements in space air conspire, from the fires of stars to those of cremation. We must breathe, flourish, grow old and dissolve. Life is embers to ashes, starlight to stardust. After we've lived, loved and worked our worth through airy winds, vapors and a soft earth, we'll rest at last under the spinning skies, those of Earth's sunny days and starry nights. Perhaps one day, after this universe sings, new stars will shine and radiate their flings and repaint the colors of our ashes. As we're born anew on time's phoenix wings, we clutch the skirt of heaven, on it borne, while the day stars dimmed are at night reborn. If Allah lives and grants us a fresh morn, we will the universe's dress adorn. I love the dark and that we are the ark inside the light that makes our love to spark. Undisturbed by the day's bright noise, I sing, sensing its soft sweep across my heartstring. Senses melt away, drip by drop by drip. Impressions flood the speechless spirit, emotions flow free for our hearts to read. Love draws us in, we dissolve in it. Oh, the deep clarity of this still night. Our being mirrors the stars and moonlight. It sinks into us, though short-lived by day, impermanent. What's its way? What's its sway? In the darkness we alit from the whiz and tried to make sense of this world of his. We found the answer to life's dark quiz. We must live this life by what light there is. The sages who have compassed sea and land, the secret to search out and understand. My mind misgives me if they ever solve the scheme on which this universe is planned.
Knowing that we can't solve all life's mysteries frees us from that senseless task of misery. We can see, hear, smell, feel, and drink in all reality that penetrates sensibility. Heartflight is love that the wondrous earth brings, as wind to the soul whispers unimaged things. Senses merge as streams to flow beyond joy. Imagination fires enlightened wings. The stars are not just white, they scintillate. Sirius is blue, its companion green, Betelgeuse red, many like Sol, yellow, Arcturus, orange, all jewels constellate. Where is the light that shines to make me so? 'Twas born from the stars in that milky glow. There is a light seed grain deep inside you. You fill it up with yourself, or it dies. Why do we wander around in the dark in the middle of the night like this? Well, if we knew the answer to that one, we would have been home some hours ago. Did we not tire, air-walking, looking lame? At first we did, yes, but then beauty came. The grand moment of wings grown, lifting new. The rhythm flies us, our music plays through. Such we are stirred, so touched by the starlight, that it seems we'll ne'er be the same again. Do we sense the euphony of the spheres? Can we fathom the theory of everything?